I think this is a great transaction for them to the degree to which this industry, cannabis, is complementary to tobacco, which Altria believes. This becomes a great transaction. They get a platform, a cannabis platform, and on top of that, a global cannabis platform, one that's growing and has potential for significant growth going forward. Cronos becomes the second best capitalized Canadian licensed producer right behind Canopy after their big investment from Constellation. So this gives the company a lot of opportunity now to go around the world and potentially in the U.S., if the U.S. Market would ever open up, to build its business.
So this is an interesting move for Altria because Altria, of course, Altria and Philip Morris used to be one company, and Philip Morris is the international side of the cigarette business. Altria is the domestic side, and here you're saying they're actually gaining a global cannabis platform. So do you see, I mean, does it need that? It's just an interesting way to go for Altria, which is so focused on domestic operations.
That's right, no doubt. And if you think about what Altria brings to Cronos, it's brand management, it's regulatory affairs, compliance. Those are things that can be used broadly around the world, but for the most part, are their expertise is in the U.S. market. This is such a young and burgeoning category that I think Altria can bring some of this expertise, and again, things like brand management as an example, that can apply almost anywhere, actually. You're right about Philip Morris, and they were tied together, and they still have some ties. I don't believe that Philip Morris has an interest in the cannabis category. They've indicated it could provide some reputational risk to them. They're doing some aggressive work on reduced risk cigarettes right now and tobacco products. So I think Philip Morris is not going to be part of this agreement. Christopher,
to that point, is it assumed now that the U.S. is going to pave the way for cannabis? We just heard that the president has a fresh nominee to serve as his attorney general. Does that change anything?
It certainly could, and it's hard for me to speculate on that, but I would just say that, if anything, this gives Altria the option, right? So I think they've got a potential to take full control over the next 4 years. I think it's reasonable to assume the next 4 years we're going to have a good idea of the progression of the U.S. market towards full legalization, perhaps through the States Act, perhaps just through an actual declassification of the drugs. We're not sure how it's going to happen here, but I think this gives them a nice option into that. And in the degree to which the U.S. does not legalize, they have this opportunity in Canada and globally.